everyone, welcome back to some more Full Invasion. This is going to be the Assassin's Guild versus Invasion of Orcs. A matchup that I think will not go in the Assassins' favor. Assassins is not the best of the factions in terms of how strong they are, and Orcs are kind of the opposite of that. They are pretty strong. Like, ridiculously strong. I don't think I've gotten past wave, like, 20 against Orcs. This is kind of fitting because just last night I went out and watched John Wick 2, and that's a movie that revolves around assassins, a whole world of them basically. So this is very fitting. So there's the orcs. They're pretty big. Like really big. And those shields are annoying. Ran! So I remember the assassins being pretty fast. Does this seem fast? Yeah, maybe. That seems kind of fast. Maybe faster than normal movement speeds. So yeah, John Wick 2. Do you like John Wick 1? If yes, then you probably like John Wick 2. Where am I? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Aha, on your back! Let's go down here. Oh! Must move faster. Must move faster. I will say this about John Wick 2. I think there are even more people who get shot in the face than they do in John Wick 1. And that's saying something, because a lot of people got shot in the face. But like for this one, it evolved into people getting shot in the kneecaps, the heart, and the face. And some of the characters got shot in all three of those places multiple times. But it is a very cool action film. I did enjoy the first one more. That's not to say that this one is bad. It's still a good action movie. But the first one I thought was better. I don't know if that's just because I was literally expecting nothing from the first movie. I was like, oh, this is a Keanu Reeves movie. That's generic action. Like, okay, let's see how this is going. Because, I mean, Keanu Reeves has not exactly been, let's say, in the best movies in the past decade. Like, there have been some okay ones. Like, he was in a martial arts movie. Oh, man, this was a couple years ago. What did it take place in? It was in... Oh, my God, where was it in? Was it in Korea? I don't think so. I think it was in, like, Thailand. But, like, he was a villain in a martial arts movie a couple years ago. I was just watching it because it's actually not a bad movie. It's a pretty cool movie. Has a lot of cool, like, you know, kung fu, like, martial arts scenes. And you see Keanu Reeves do some martial arts in there as well, which is kind of funny. Because he is not on the same level as these people who clearly look like they know what the hell they're doing, whereas Keanu Reeves is an actor. But at least from what it seems like in that movie, I wish I could remember the name of it. Look up like Keanu Reeves, I don't know, martial arts movie in the past couple years, you'll find it. And again, that movie is very solid martial arts scene throughout the entire movie. I just wish I could remember the name of it. I would suggest watching that one. That one was not bad. But again, you know, John Wick 1 came out and I was like, whatever. It's Keanu Reeves action movie. How good can this be, you know? And it was pretty cool, right? John Wick 1 was pretty freaking cool. Really cool action scene. A lot of people get shot in the face. Specifically the head, like the brain area. John Wick knows how to aim a pistol. And also makes just like reloading pistols and weapons in general just look cool. Like there's I don't even know how to explain how he reloads guns. And just like looks at guns and like aims them different ways. But like how fast he moves these movements, it's like he's... I don't know. I don't have the words to explain how it looks. Other than it just looks cool. And structured. I don't know. It's pretty awesome the way that he can use weapons. I think that is for both movies in general. But yeah, John Wick 2. Really cool movie. Definitely more of an international feel than the first one. You get introduced to a bigger world of assassins, which is cool. And like apparently there are assassins everywhere, which is like, okay, sure. Why not? I don't really want to spoil anything. It's hard to spoil an action movie like John Wick. You know, like a lot of people get shot in the face, again. And some get shot in the kneecaps, heads, and hearts. But it's so fast, so it still looks really cool because just bop, 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 like the motherfucker never misses. I mean, see, he sometimes misses, but he's pretty accurate with guns. There's a shotgun scene, which, man, you know, getting shot with a shotgun in the face is probably not a fun time. I mean, really getting shot with a pistol in the face is not a fun time either. It's just a shotgun just seems more brutal. But I guess they kind of do the same job. Yeah, I say go watch it if you like John Wick 1 and you haven't seen John Wick 2 yet. But again, for me, I like the first one more. But as I said earlier, it's because I wasn't expecting anything from the first one, and it just pleasantly surprised me. And so now, you know, John Wick 2 has to live up to John Wick 1, which was like this just surprise hit of a movie. So I think that's kind of the reason, because you're just expecting like, oh yeah, this is gonna be amazing. It's not amazing, but it is still good. If you enjoy watching people get shot in the face, you will definitely watch or enjoy that movie. There's definitely also a cool scene that involves like some mirrors. I think that's pretty cool. I won't go too deep into that one, but there is a scene with a bunch of mirrors. Thought it was pretty neat. Peter Stormare is in the movie. He has a smaller role, but he is in the movie. Peter Stormare has been in so many movies over the years. I love him in everything he does. Apocalypse? No, not Apocalypse. I'm sorry, not Apocalypse. Armageddon. Armageddon, he was the Russian astronaut they found. He was in Constantine as the Devil, which is a movie I talked about in just, I believe, the last episode. He's been in so much stuff. Minority Report. He was a doctor who gave Tom Cruise new eyeballs. So many memorable roles. Love that dude is amazing. But he's in the movie, so it was pleasant to see. John Leguizamo is in the movie, but he also has a very small part. Hopefully, we'll see him again in John Wick 3. Spoiler alert, there's probably going to be a John Wick 3. But I think that's already been talked about in the media. Oh, I'm out of throwing knives. Hi. Also, Assassin's attack speed is pretty fast. So yeah, John Leguizamo. Haven't seen him for a while. But I always liked him. You know, his biggest role clearly was the Super Mario Brothers movie in the early 90s as Luigi Mario. Clearly his biggest role. And best, of course. If you haven't seen the Super Mario Brothers movie, I would say you should watch that. Maybe grab a beer if you are of drinking age. Or hell, even if you're not drinking age, who am I? Your father? I drank when I was like 14. Because I thought it was cool, bro. Me and my friends just sitting in behind a house drinking like a single beer. It was like a Corona. You're like, haha, we're only 14 and we're getting away with murder here. We're drinking. God, the things you think are cool when you're younger. It's totally acceptable. If you think drinking is cool and you're at a young age, that's totally acceptable, man. Because it is cool at that age, right? Because you're not supposed to be doing it. Although, I guess that kind of sounds like I'm supporting drinking at a young age, which I don't. I don't approve of that at all. Don't do it. Wait till you're 21, or whatever your legal drinking age is in your country. I don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't do this. I may die. Run! I only killed 5 this entire time? I guess it was just throwing around little knives. What did we move on to? Musketeer, Conquistador. I don't like the puffy jacket look. I think it looks silly. I don't like any of these options. Ah, okay, this is better. Actually, let's grab that. Okay, that's probably all we're going to be able to have. All right. Oh, this map. They spawn down there, and then this is a big map. So what is this? 16th century versus Black Powder era. It's a bunch of guns. Why aren't you firing that gun? Do you know how guns are used? Okay, they know how guns are used. They're firing. Let's go shoot this man in the kneecaps, heart, and then face. Or not. And when I was watching John Wick, I saw a preview for that new Power Rangers movie. Probably gonna see that in the theaters because I'm dumb and I enjoyed Power Rangers when I was a kid. I don't expect it will be a great movie at all. I think it'd be more skewed to like the slightly terrible side of how movies go. But I'm still kind of hopeful. Kinda. But you know, at the same time, if it's bad, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I didn't see that coming. And then also saw a preview for the Beauty and the Beast movie. I don't know if I'll see that one in the theaters or not, but I do want to see that because I enjoyed Beauty and the Beast when I was a kid. All of the beautiful songs and all that stuff, Tale as Old as Time and all that crap. You could say it's a song as old as rhyme, but I'm kind of curious how the live adaptation is going to go. Oh God! It's got Sir Ian McKellen in it as Cogsworth, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Cogsworth. Ewan McGregor as the Candlestick, so I like both of those guys. The lady playing Belle, whose name escapes me at this moment for some reason. Oh my God, she was Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter movies. I should know this. What the hell is your name? I can't believe I'm blanking out on her name. Well, whatever, that actress, she was good in the Harry Potter movies, and that's all I know her from, so hopefully she's good in this. She probably will be. I don't know who's playing the Beast. This is gonna upset me. I'm gonna have to look her name up after this. F that horse. Oh, I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead. Back! Oh. Yeah, I'm really curious to see if I'm assuming they'll do the song, the Tale as Old as Time song, in this movie, and I just want to see that in a live action setting. And then we have the other Thor movie coming out. There's a lot of good movies. Thor. Of course, you got Star Wars at the end of the year, which, oh my God. Oh my God. Ever since I saw Rogue One, oh my God. Force Awakens was good. Rogue One was even better. And now I'm like The Last Jedi. Last Jedi hype. That's still very far away. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, holy shit. Back. Oh my goodness. Why would he run away from me? Oh, because you actually have a gun. I thought you only had a sword. Come over here. I'll let someone else shoot him. Unless there are some musket balls down here that I can pick up a gun. Mother. And how can I forget about Cars 3? Ho ho! Cars 3, man. That main character dies, right? According to the trailer they released. This dark and gritty third movie to the Cars tale. Might as well be Return of the Jedi, man. Actually, Return of the Jedi's dark part was I shouldn't say Return of the Jedi, I should say the Star Wars original trilogy was Empire Strikes Back, not Return of the Jedi. So I guess that doesn't really work. Oh well. But yeah, Cars 3 hype, right? I never watched the second one. I didn't enjoy the first one. I usually enjoy a lot of those. That's a Pixar movie, right? I usually enjoy Pixar movies. Cheer! Yeah, Cars is not something that I enjoy. But that's coming out. Mass Effect 3 is next week. I've read 2 different articles on that game already because they have the early, press stuff going out. One article saying that it's like the early hours are complete trash from like Rock Paper Shotgun, and then another one I saw linked through Twitter was I think on Kotaku saying how it wasn't really bad. It was just there's a lot you can do, but it wasn't really negative like the Rock Paper Shotgun one was. So now I'm like, well, I mean, is this gonna be a bad game or what are we doing here? I'll still get it. I'll find out myself. But yeah, like the Rock Paper Shotgun article was just not liking that game at all. Not that I'm an avid follower of that site, or really any site to be specific, but I follow Twitter, and sometimes I see people linking things on Twitter, and I'm like, okay, what is this? And then sometimes you're like, oh god, I need to close this immediately. And then sometimes you're like, oh god, and you stay for a little while, And then, everything in between. Oh. No! Like there is this, oh my god, you know what? I think I have to find this article, link it on my Twitter just so you have a way to find it. But there's this GIF going around of Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game, of this person parrying and reflecting back a beam, a laser back at this enemy, and then it is great. It is fucking great what happens after that. I'm gonna try and find that and just retweet it on my Twitter so you can find it, because it is amazing. It's 16 seconds long, and sometimes the internet is great. fuck, it's the best. It is the. I've seen a lot of good things, a lot of good gifs and videos coming out of Breath of the Wild. God. Also, a lot of fan art of Link in the Gerudo outfit of where he looks like a lady. A lot of art about that. I gotta say, listen, Link can pull it off. How am I not hitting you? There we go. Oh, also, in case you are fans of Warhammer Total War, or whatever CA does in general, they are going to be at some sort of convention this weekend, and they said that they're going to release information on the future plans of, I think specifically, Warhammer Total War, along with other titles that CA and Sega are a part of, but the part that I'm interested in is, you know, Warhammer Total War. I don't know if they mentioned if they're going to talk about the other Total War projects, because they have said that they are in development of the next historical Total War. I think that's all they have said about that. And I think this is specifically going to be Warhammer's news. But who knows, maybe they'll drop some information about the new historical Total War. Because all they said is that it hasn't been covered yet. So we know it's not going to be, you know, Medieval 3 or Rome 3 or Shogun 3, you know? Or Napoleon 2. Something new. Which I'm kind of curious, because they've kind of covered a lot of the big historical ages. Kinda. Not much left. Unless you want to have, like, you know, cavemen and dinosaurs. Or you go up to, like, the World War I era. Which I don't know if I want a World War I Total War. I just don't know if Total War really fits. Like, the Total War style can really fit a World War I game. I mean, if they really put their minds to it, then they could probably make it work. It's just, I don't know. I doubt they would go that into, like, that kind of recent history. Recent being, you know, 100 years ago, but still. I think the furthest I want them to go into history would be the Napoleon era. The, you know, the age of the muskets, pike and shot and all that. I think that's the farthest I want them to go. So then, like, where else could they go? If this is new, well, like ancient China? They haven't actually covered China or like any kind of Asian-based, besides Shogun. Yes, they're obviously Japan, but there's a lot more to Asia than just Japan. It's like maybe that, maybe... What else other, like, major one would they hit? They have ancient China, they have... Like, they kind of covered some Middle East stuff with, you know, Rome. Kinda, but maybe they can do a game more focused on, well, like the Byzantines and all that? I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing. But I would be down for, like, an ancient China... Or just like ancient Asia, just throw India, Thailand, Korea, like all China in there. I'd be down with that. Oh. This may be the end. Shit, I didn't know they were going to spawn right there. I was just kind of walking around thinking about Total War. But yeah, so keep your eyes out for some Warhammer news. Hopefully, it'll be something cool because I'm so psyched for Warhammer 2. Initially, when they were like, we're going to release 3 games for the Warhammer series, I was like, oh, you just want all my money, you piece of shit. And now I'm like, I'm going to give you my money. Because, God, I love that game. Sure, there's a small part of me that wishes they could have just released one massive game with, you know, all 15 races or whatever. But let's be real, that Will probably take a, you know, I don't know much about game development, but judging how long it's taken them to make, you know, one DLC race, probably take a, like, Total War Warhammer probably wouldn't even been released by now if they had waited to try and just create one massive game instead of breaking it down. So I guess it kind of makes sense, but there's still like that part of me that like was like, couldn't you just make like the one game? Just, I'm sure you can figure it out, but whatever. Warhammer is a fun enough game for me that I don't mind, I guess, spending extra money on it. This is good. So I'll drop another 60 on Total Warhammer 2, and then another 60 on Warhammer 3. Which will probably be another 2 years from now. Warhammer 2, I'm guessing, is going to be end of the year or early next year. Would be my guess. My hope is that it's here by the fall, because I just really want to play it. Alright, I think that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.